Idahodub with another Mailonday video. Hope you guys are having a swell Monday. Hope it wasn't too... Some of you guys probably actually had it off from school, maybe. President's Day? I didn't get it off from work, but there were a lot of people not at the building that I work in, so I'm assuming a lot of people got off work. Plus, traffic was good today. So, yeah, if you had the day off, congrats. If you didn't, I know, man. I hope the day wasn't too bad. Mine wasn't too bad because I think a lot of people had it off, so... Yeah, hope you're having a swell Monday. Hope your weekend was great. As always, if you want to see what I did this weekend, hit that upper left-hand corner. I do want to apologize if you hear any background noise during this video. There's a little construction going on in my house tonight. So there's some vacuuming going on downstairs. I might hear some pounding. That's not because I have a prisoner locked up in my room and they're pounding and screaming for help. It's just some construction going on in my house. So I apologize if there's any background noise. I'm going to try to get rid of it when I edit this audio. So yeah, man, Mailonday series. I've been checking out a lot of the music that you guys have been recommending to me. My man Demarius Lehman, I apologize if I pronounced that incorrectly, said I should check out Alpaco Don. Sitting Sideways. The video's pretty good, man. I actually really liked it, so I had to check out some of his other stuff, and I Googled him. He's kind of... I mean, that video's got quite a few views, but I'm like, man, where's the rest of his stuff at? But I liked it. I thought it was good. I thought it was pretty raw, but I really liked it. So thanks for sharing that with me. 316 vids. He left this a couple times, I think. There goes some noise downstairs. He said meet and greet. I appreciate it. I would love to meet you sometime. I'd love to meet all my subs, but I don't think I have the audience to do go across the country and do a somewhat of a meet and greet. It is really loud downstairs right now. But hey, if you're in Oregon, and just make sure you follow the Idahodub Facebook page. Maybe if I'm at a Beaver game or something like that, I'd be more than happy to meet up with anybody. You know, maybe get a Slurpee, just shoot the breeze. But check out the Idahodub Facebook page, man. Maybe I'll start posting more like where I'm going at in Oregon, and then because you guys know I do the vlog channel. So if I'm ever out doing a vlog and you guys want to come meet up, dude, I'd be more than happy, dude. Let's just kick it for a day. I'd be down with that. It's not really a comment. It's actually an email I got a while ago from Zach Mead. He sent me two really great questions, and I was like, I got to answer these in a Mailonday video, and then I kind of got away from the Mailonday series a little bit. So, two great questions. Zach Mead, the first one is, if you could be invisible, where would you go and what would you do? This is a good question. And I think a lot of us might be thinking, if I was invisible, I think there might be some females that, you know, we might sneak. I'm just kidding. Come on, let's not be pervs, guys. Let's not be pervs. But if I was invisible, I honestly think I would go to Area 51. I would drive down to Nevada, and I think I would take my invisibility cloak. You know, I imagine I'd have a cloak just like Harry Potter, and I would go into Area 51, man, because that kind of stuff just really intrigues me. It just really blows my mind, and I'm just like, I'm a sucker for that kind of conspiracy stuff. So I think Area 51 is where I'd have to go, man. I'd have to, you know, creep up in there, see if we got any aliens going on, kick it with ET for a little bit maybe. Or just find out that there's actually nothing going on. So Area 51, I think that's my answer. It's my final answer, Regis. And the second question, what's your favorite childhood memory? I got a lot, man. I got a lot of childhood memories. But I'm not going to tell you something that like warms my heart or that I'm like, oh man, you know, this is one of my favorite ones. I'm going to tell you a childhood memory that I got punked. And it's so funny to me. So I was probably like 6 or 7 years old. And I was out riding my bike with my friends, you know, because that's what you do. We were out there riding our bikes. There's like a group of us, like probably like 8. It was like my buddy had an older brother. He's like 1 year older than us, or he's 1 grade older than us. And so he was out there with his friends, right? And they always used to let us hang out with them, but you always had to be careful because you knew something was probably going to happen, right? They always were trying to like punk us, basically. So we're out there riding our bikes, and his dad was actually a mortician. So yeah, we were out behind his house, and behind his house, I grew up in Idaho, so there's like a grain station basically where they transfer, you know, they dump grain off and put it into silos and stuff. Anyways, back there's this big drainage thing, you know, like where the water runs, the cement goes down into a dip, and then there's a drainage for the water to run down to, right? So it had rained a bunch, and the drainage actually flooded, so you couldn't actually see the grade that, you know, all the stuff would go into. So we were riding our bikes over it, and obviously there's slits in this grade, right? So we were riding our bike across it, and not parallel to it, you know, what I'm talking about. We were just riding across it, so we were splashing water up on ourselves, and why am I having such a hard time thinking of the word right now? Anyways, perpendicular to it. So we're going across it, riding our bikes, and just having a fun time, right? The water's splashing up. So then we stop, and all the older kids are like, Willard, man, you got to go first, dude. You got to go really fast, and we're gonna go the other way this time. I didn't know we were going over a grade, right? So there's slits in this grade, and now we're about to go parallel with it, and clearly what's going to happen does happen. I'm like, all right, man, yeah, I got this, guys. I'm about to be the cool kid on the block. Gonna be the first person to go this way, right? Get some speed up, go down the little slope into the grade. My tire obviously falls into the grade because there's a bunch of cracks in it, and I flip over. Just eat it, man. Just totally biff it, end over end. Just get soaked. I'm like 6 or 7. Everybody's laughing at me. Like, I was just humiliated, man. It was so embarrassing. I was like soaked in like muddy water. It was embarrassing, dude, and that still sticks with me to this day. They punked me. They punked me. It was good, man. I know that's not probably the best childhood memory, but it's funny, and I always tell people that story. So that's probably it, man. I wouldn't say it's my best, but that's one of the funnier stories. I have some really embarrassing stories. Maybe I should do a whole video on that one day. But great question, Zach. I appreciate the emails, man. I know you've emailed me a few times. Sorry I didn't get to this question until now, but appreciate the emails. If you guys ever want to email me, it's idahodubgames@gmail.com. I always put it down in the link below, so feel free to do that or leave comments. But yeah, man, great questions. That's great questions. We're about to wrap this video up, but before we do, I want to stick with the music. I'm going to talk about more music and TV and movies in the next videos unless great questions like that come up. But I got to give a shout out to my boy 50 Cent. Was it last week, I think? Maybe the week before. I tried to mention this last week, but his Get Rich or Die Trying album was the 10-year anniversary from it, and that is probably one of my favorite albums of all time. I love that album. I'm a big 50 Cent fan, but that album I still listen to today when I work out. It's probably like the best. It just gets me amped up, and I don't know why, because I obviously can't really relate to any of the stuff that he says, but that album is just so good, man. It's the 50 that was like when I love 50 the most. That's like it's just such a good album. And it just gets me amped up. So shout out to 50 Cent. Happy 10th anniversary of Get Rich or Die Trying. But that's going to do it, man. We took it to him 100-42. But I want to thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. And we'll see you next time. Drop to the floor. Drop to the floor. Drop.